ladies and gentlemen. This is Jim Seiler along with Bill Murphy and Chris Werner on the camera. We are here to bring you tonight's game, the varsity game between Hicksville and Fairview here at the Red Zone tonight. So we will run through your starting lineups for you. For Hicksville, number 1, Travian Tunis, a 6-foot junior. Number 4, Dylan Early, a 5'8" senior. And number 10, Michael Myers, a senior at 5'8". Number 12, Parker Thiel, a senior at 6'1". And number 22, Landon Turnbull, a sophomore at 6'2". For the Apaches, they start Cade Polder. Where's your...
I got him as a 6'1" junior.
Yeah, I don't have him on the sheet.
Cade Ripke is number 3. He's a 5'11" sophomore. Number 5 will be Caleb Frank. Frank's a 6'2" sophomore. Number 15 is Trayvon Hastings. Trayvon is 5'10" and a sophomore. Oh, he's not starting, excuse me. He should be number 25, Luke Timbrook. Timbrook is a 6' even sophomore. And number 35 will be Russ Zedike. Zedike, a 5'11" sophomore.
There you go.
So they turned the lights off on us at just the right time there.
Yeah, right. But so we couldn't see anything.
I guess we also should stress, Jim, that I'm sure you mentioned it during the freshman and the JV games, that although these are two GMC teams, this is not an official league matchup tonight. This is a makeup for the non-league game that was originally scheduled, I think it was back in November.
Yeah, it was. And the first game of the season.
Yeah, and the Apaches, of course, were still playing football at that time. So they rescheduled it. And, of course, what can you say about the Aces varsity squad up to this point of the season, Jim, other than wow?
Wow is right. They're really playing well. They play solid. They don't make a lot of turnovers, even though they pass the ball like lightning.
Yeah, they are fast and accurate.
Yes, they're quick, really quick.
And we have seen them matched up against players that had significant height advantage, and they were just able to outrun them, out-quick them.
Well, they wear them out.
Yeah. Tip controlled by the Apaches, and we are underway.
Off we go. Cade Ripke with the ball, number 3. Cade Polder, number 2, with the ball. And the steal by Michael Myers. Inside, lays it up, and it's good. Yeah. 25. There's number 5 got that one.
Yeah, Frank answers on the other end. Makes it a 2-all game. And some pressure coming from the Apaches very early on.
And a foul on number 3.
He manhandled Myers.
Cade Ripke.
That's his first and team foul, number 1.
Michael Myers across 10-second line. Is it Tunis?
Yeah. Thiel almost loses the handle. Ball loose. And it's still being...
It's still loose.
Whoa! And I think they're going to say a little too aggressive going after the ball on that one. They're having a conversation about Dylan Early.
I cannot believe Dylan did that.
Couldn't tell. I mean, I hate to say it, but from our vantage point, it looked like he was throwing a punch instead of going for the ball, or thinking about it at least.
Looked like he threw him.
Yep. Went down hard on him.
Yeah.
So they're going to pull him out. He'll get a foul on that one. So
definitely.
And they'll turn it over to the Apaches. And the Fairview coach wants an explanation.
He wants a foul, a technical foul.
Oh, well. this keeps up, there may be a technical foul, but it might not be the one the Fairview coach wants.
Right.
So the referees are going to get us back to playing some basketball here. Down into the corner. Bounce pass inside, almost deflected.
Cade Polder.
Oh. And they're going to whistle.
They're going to start
Turnbull.
And start calling it close.
Yep. They're going to put this game under ice right now. And it's not going to take much to draw a foul on either end. And Hicksville's going to be under the microscope, I think maybe a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
So they get their free throws this way. Poulter knocks down the first one. We'll have one more. They both go down for Cade Poulter.
Parker Thiel up the floor with the ball.
No. Saved it right back to Landon Turnbull. So the Aces come away with the ball. And that's going to be a reach in. Well, they are calling it razor thin, Jim.
Yep. Yep, they are.
That's going to be Ripke's second.
Yep. Chase Singer in for Ripke now. I don't know what kind of basketball player he is, but he's all league in football.
Yep.
Catch the ball.
And that goes out of bounds, and that'll go back. Well, they're going to stay. Okay, last touch by, I guess we got slapped out by Fairview. So we'll take it. And they'll put Dylan Early back in the game.
This could be like a state of bad news tonight.
Tunis misses the layup. Long pass down floor. Count it, and he's going to go to the line. Tim Brook gets the bucket and draws the foul. Team foul number 3, it should be on the Aces. And that's the second on Early.
Yeah, there's one on Landon.
Turnbull completes the three-point play, and the Apaches up 7-2. Offensive foul. Whoa, okay.
That's what you're setting them up for every time. That's what you're setting them up for.
Time out, Tony Tier.
They overplay them to that side.
So Coach Tony Tier has seen enough for now, and he's going to take a full 1 minute timeout. Aces not looking like they're panicky, Jim, but things have just not got off to a good start for them.
Right. They are. Got 4 personals, and Fairview's got 2.
Yep. So this is maybe being just a little too scrappy for their own good early on, and again causing officials to crack down a little bit.
Fairview can actually overplay the Hicksville players, and it'll be to their advantage because they'll get the calls just like that.
Yep. So we'll see what adjustments the Aces make after the early timeout with Coach Tony Tier. Bodie Kaufman, Fairview's head coach.
Jumper inside.
Nope.
And Tunis comes out with the ball. Myers. Tunis with it. Out to Myers.
And traveled. Early will come back out, and Brickell will come back in for him. 4:58 to go here in the opening quarter.
7-2, Apache's lead.
And it looked like Coach Tier was just trying to get his guys to calm down and actually get them to just settle in and run their offense. Try to get back into their rhythm. That one goes sailing out of bounds. The front row student section.
Number 32, Isaac Schiniger. 32 is Keenan Jackson. Keenan Jackson. I was in the wrong game.
Thiel.
Tunis from the corner.
And that's going to be for 3. Tunis travels. There's quite a launch pass down the floor, and a great job by Myers to kick it back out. And Tunis just taking the extra half step there.
Yep, Schiniger, or no, that's not Schiniger, that's
and there's another
Zedike.
one that they send into the front row of the student section. You can probably tell if you look over on the student section, the theme tonight is khakis and campwear.
Oh. Another steal by Parker Thiel.
Nope. That one's short. Quickly down the floor.
He flat missed everything.
Out of bounds, last touched by Hicksville. And getting ready to check in for Fairview, Riley Lucas, number 4. He's going to spell Caleb Frank.
See what his game plan is. Going to try to keep up with us.
Myers off the front of the iron. Stay with the Aces. Rucker gets himself set. And it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow should give it to the Aces, I believe.
No. Yeah,
on the scoreboard it says the yellow arrow's pointing at the Aces on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it is down there too.
Yeah, several of the players were pointing that out to the officials. And Tunis is going to get fouled. And that's going to be on Keenan Jackson. That's his first personal and team foul number 3 now on the Apaches.
Got a foul on number 4.
Yep. And Lucas will pick up his first. And that'll even things up at 4 team fouls each. Oh, very nice. Oh, Brickell's going to get hacked going for the rebound board.
Two shots.
Chase Singer picks up his first, number 22. And that's going to send Brickell to the line to shoot 2. Gets the first one. And Cade Poulter coming back into the game. He's going to spell Tim Brook. And also coming in is Doug Rakes. And Rakes is going to substitute for Chase Singer. Tied him up and racked him up pretty good underneath the basket there, but he was able to get the shot off and draw the foul. Michael Myers gets his first. Team foul number 5 now on the Aces. Poulter hits the first one. So far, all of Cade's points tonight from the free throw line. He's got 4. 9-6 Apaches. Nice. And he's going to the line. Oh my.
Nice pass.
That was beautiful. What a terrific pass down low. Brickell ties it up. And there'll be a foul on the other end.
On Brickell.
It's team foul number 6. So 16 fouls, and that means the next foul on either side sends them to the line. We could be shooting a lot of free throws before halftime.
Yep.
That one's good for Frank. He'll get one more. So I hope Chris Warner's wearing his comfort insoles. He may be standing behind that camera for a while. Frank gets them both. Tunis. Oh.
They got one from behind.
That's going to put somebody shooting 1-and-1. Poulter picks up his first personal, team foul number 7, so it's time to shoot free throws. So Brickell going to be on the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Checking in Jake Miller. And he's going to give Parker Thiel a breather. And a little quick conference amongst the officials. 2:14 left to go in the first quarter. Yeah, we're still in the first quarter.
Didn't hit the rim.
Nope. So back to the Apaches we go. They lead 11-9 with about 2 minutes to go in our opening quarter.
Frank with the ball. Z-Dyke. Z-Dyke off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound and made it.
Z-Dyke for 2. First points of the night for him, and Apaches go up by 4, 13-9. Brickell. Bang.
Turnbull.
Myers, that should be 2. Oh, yeah. And we're back tied at 13. Minute 21 to go. Bounce pass right out of bounds.
Yeah, travel call. Paul Stahl got some help from the bench.
Parker Thiel back into the game now for the Aces.
13-13.
Yep. Miller feeds it off to Tuna, to
Parker Thiel.
And that's Parker's first bucket of the night and gives the Aces
The first lead.
First lead since they were up 2-0. That's good. Caleb Frank gets the hoop. Tied at 15.
That's 6 points for Caleb.
30 seconds left in the opening quarter. Aces with the ball. Looks like they may try to hold it for the last shot.
Watch him come hard at him. Here he comes.
Myers loses the ball. Nice feed. And that's good. That was Caleb Frank with the bucket. End of the first quarter. And the Apaches with the hoop take a 2-point lead. 17-15.
See, I saw him coming. I saw them do that. Oh, where was it? Man. Somewhere in the last week I saw him do that. Ready to come up and blast right at you, and you got nothing to do but get rid of it.
Hang on to it or... Yep. So, yeah, a little out of breath here, so it's good that we can take a moment here to say a big thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford. Reminding you that if you're in the market for a vehicle, if you want one that's brand spanking new pre-owned, be it car, truck, van, SUV, check out the great selection they have on the lots or check out the complete dealer inventory online at jimschmidtauto.com. And Community Memorial Hospital of Hicksville, celebrating over 65 years of serving the healthcare needs of the Hicksville community. Find out all about the great services that they have, classes, the doctors, and you name it. It's all on their website, cmhosp.com, www.cmhosp.com. Want to thank them both for their continued support of our Aces athletic broadcast here on HIX-TV. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, and Community Memorial Hospital of Hicksville, Ohio.
Here we go. Fairview with the ball.
Again, going down low.
Ripke with the ball. Outside.
Nope. Myers grabs the board and quickly launches it to Parker Thiel. Thiel, spin move.
And it goes down.
That'll be the second on Jackson for the Apaches. Team foul number 8. Michael Myers is going to come out, although he doesn't look like he's at all out of breath, being the state level cross-country runner that he is. He's got some good stamina. Boom.
(18-17), Aces lead. Wow.
Long shot, but not quite on target. Field's going to do it again. And Brickle with the putback.
Oh, Brick.
No. Saved. Out to Landon Turnbull. Oh!
Back to Brickle, and it went out of bounds.
Brickle was not expecting it. So that'll give it back to the Apaches. They trail by 1.
Tunis
be on
picks up the
Tunis.
foul.
And that'll be team foul number 7, finally, for the Apaches.
Luke
For the
Timbrook.
Aces.
No, it's 35.
So that's going to be Zedike
Russ Zedike.
with a 1-and-1. Or it'll be a 2-shot foul, I guess. Gets it. So he'll have the second one. He got the second one even if it was a 1-and-1. Pretty
Yeah.
sure they tabbed him for getting fouled in the act of shooting. Doesn't get that one.
Nice pass.
Oh, there we go. Good move from Jacob Miller.
(2018).
Jump ball, and the Aces are going to get it. Cade Poulter will come back in the game for Fairview, and Myers will give Zach Brickle a breather.
Zedike, Polder, Rakes.
Almost stolen away.
That
one is. No. And that's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on number 25. Luke Timbrook.
Russ Zedike got it.
Oh, number 35?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. And Thiel misses it. Under 6 minutes to go now here in the second quarter. Running shot is up and
by
good. Is that
Cade Polder?
Yep. 20-22, Aces with the 1 bucket lead. Up and good for Jake Miller. Zedike.
Zedike with a miss. There's a push underneath by Michael Myers.
And that's going to be
25. That's
Timbrook. Now Timbrook does get a foul.
yep.
And that's number 10. So 2 shots from here on out for the Aces with 5:15 left in the half. So again, they could be shooting a lot of free throws.
Yep.
He'll miss that one. Tell Miller doesn't get to the line very often. There we go. That's looking better. Thiel with the board. So Thiel loses the dribble. Quickly back the other way, but the Aces are already there, so they're going to have to reset their offense.
Oh, man.
Somebody fell asleep there.
Yep.
Ripke able to take advantage and make it a 25-22 game. Aces still up by 3. That should stay with Hicksville, I think.
No, I don't think so.
Nope. So I guess Miller must have got his hand in there.
Yeah.
4:24 left.
Oh, shoot. I'm exhausted.
I was about to say. Quite the ball game.
So Cade Polder with the ball. Driving on Brickle. Z-Dyke.
I think that was partially blocked.
Back out. Polder, the shot from the angle. No good. Parker Thiel.
Oh, nice recovery by Michael Myers. Oh! Oh, here we go again. Timeout Fairview.
Yes.
They've seen enough for a while. What a clinic the Aces put on the last 90 seconds or so on the game clock. Man, how do you defend against somebody that's got that kind of agility like Michael Myers displayed those last couple of plays?
You got to have great speed and quickness.
Yep.
And there's two separate things.
And that's another thing I've noticed, Jim, too. A lot of times the Apaches have gotten the ball and they've launched it down court. Usually they'd be able to have the breakaway layup or whatever, but there's an ace down there every time, and they've had to pull back out and set their offense.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to take advantage of some of those turnovers to attack the hoop relatively undefended, you know?
Yes. It's just a matter of, like I said, quickness and speed, and Aces have it both. Fairview's got decent speed, but they get covered up.
Yep, that's the first time out for the Apaches. So both Fairview and Hicksville with 4 remaining for the balance of the game. And again, the Aces are in the double bonus, so they shoot 2 free throws no matter what. And the Apaches in the 1-and-1, but they still have the Aces still have 2-3 fouls to give before they get into the double bonus. They've only committed 17 fouls.
Yep.
And Mr.
Cade Ripke, bad pass. Myers with the ball. Headed to Parker Thiel to Turnbull. Myers down to Turnbull.
Tunis trying to rip that ball out of there.
Kimbrough
goes around Brickle. And that's good for Thiel. I've got Parker for 9 already.
Yep.
Shot up, real good. Loose on the floor.
Kimbrough with the ball.
Parker's inbounds.
Timbrook with the ball.
Off of Hicksville and out of bounds. They're making them work for it, Jim.
Oh, yes.
Be as pesky as they can be down on the...
This is no free game, even though it's non-league.
Nope. Well, let's let that one go out of bounds, and it'll be Aces ball. 2:19 to go until the half. Rake's getting ready to check back in.
He walked.
And the Aces will travel. And Doug Rakes will check in, and Tim Brook will have a seat. And they're going to send Singer back in as well. It's like Singer is going to spell Ripke. With 2:09 to go in the half. Aces up by 7. Here we go. Turnbull gets slapped from behind. And they're going to say that they just got the ball, so he's not going to go to the line. Oh. And that's what you just call the situational awareness, Jim, because there's no way he could have seen the basket.
Right.
He just turned and shot.
It is true. He just turned and put it in the air.
Tunis with the double clutch, and he hits. And now it's an 11-point advantage for the Aces.
Zedike inside, it goes to Cade Polder. Michael Myers from the corner.
Ooh.
Cade Polder, Zedike with the ball. Singer, Polder.
Wanting to travel.
No kidding.
Tony Tier about ready to rip his shirt off.
.35 seconds.
Now the Apaches look to hold it for the last shot. But it's not going the same way as it was the end of the first quarter. The Aces holding the ball.
Down to 10. 8. Singer.
Long distance. Nope. Out of bounds with 1.1 second. And it's going to be Fairview's ball, so they'll be able to get it in and maybe take a shot.
Barely.
They should be able to. Nope.
Nothing there.
Wow.
35-24 the score at the half. Aces leading. We'll be back with a second half totals for you.
Yes, indeed. Stay tuned. Well, welcome back to the Red Zone. And if you are just joining us, halftime, and the Aces went into the locker room in this boys varsity game up 35-24, an 11-point lead. But don't count on this game being done, because this has been a wild one from the get-go. Fast-moving, high-scoring. The Aces put together a couple of nice runs to build that lead, but it could just as easily go the other way. So we've got a lot of basketball left here yet on this Monday night. Jim, quick tabulations. Nobody in double figures yet in that first half, but boy, the Aces sure put a lot of guys into the scoring book, and they spread it around pretty well. Yeah,
they really did. We got 7 that are in the scoreboard. Scoring-wise for Fairview, they have Cade Polder has 6 points. Cade Ripke has 2. Luke Timbrook has 2 baskets and a free throw for 5.
I got Zedike with
Zedike
3.
is 3.
And Ripke with 2. That jibe with you?
No, it's Caleb Frank I didn't have. I had Ripke for 2. Caleb Frank has
8.
8.
Yeah, with the free throws.
Yep. All right. For Hicksville, Tunis is 5. Josh Myers is, or not Josh, Michael. They messed up the program. Michael has 6. Zach Brickle has 5. Jake Miller has 5. 2 for Michael Myers.
Yeah, I've got Myers with 8 and Thiel with 9 to lead the scoring.
Thiel with 9 and Turnbull has 4.
Nope. So back in action.
We're on the roll. Fairview had a misfire on their first shot the second half. Parker Thiel with the ball to Tunis. Michael Meyer. Cross court. Turnbull from
Long
3.
Distance. Ooh.
No good.
Fairview with the rebound will come back the other way.
Cade Boulder with the ball.
From outside, there we go. Timbrook breaks the second half scoring ice and closes the gap a little bit. 35-27.
Parker Thiel to Turnbull to Michael Myers. No good.
Still hasn't been able to
Rebound
get the range.
comes off to Timbrook. And it's deflected out of bounds for Hicksville.
Like I said, they're going to say it was last touched by Dylan Early. So the Apaches will hang on to the ball here. 6:43 to go. That's going to be last touched by Myers, they said.
No,
nope. They're going to say last touched by the Apaches.
It rolled off Zedike's foot, I think. But I guess not.
Yeah. It's like I said, it was Parker Thiel was standing there, and the 2 referees were talking, and they were nodding yes, and Parker was standing there nodding no. No, that's not right. And now Coach Tony Tier wants clarification as to just what was going on.
Okay.
So, in the end, the Apaches get the ball.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
What a freak play.
Myers will go into double figures on that one. No. Nice move from Ripke. Makes it 37-29. Back on offense. The Aces. Boom. Myers just powered his way into the paint and then he fed it off at the last second.
He did.
To Travian Tunis.
Ripke with 2.
Ripke's got a bit of a hot hand going on here as he's put in the last 2 for the Apaches.
Back in the corner. Oh. Tough in and out. Zedike, Timbrook, short.
That'll be short. Yep. Turnbull over to Myers. This will come down and set the offense.
Turnbull, drive, got it.
He has such a nice touch on that pull-up jumper.
That is awesome in there. They've really shut him down, though. He's only got 6.
Tunis comes up with the rebound. And Michael Myers took one on the shin, and he is down. That's going to be a foul. And you don't like to see that. It would be a big loss. Yeah, Myers put out of commission for a while. Foul is going to be on Luke Timbrook. That'll be Timbrook's second. And team foul number 1 for the Apaches in this second half. We're going to get Meyer up. And
Mr. Trainer Man isn't here.
He's going to walk around a little bit. Well, Doc Haggerty not here tonight, so his compatriot is here looking things over. It almost looks like he might have got,
banged down.
Where they one of those things where they run the opponent runs their shoe down the front of your shin or something like that and steps on your foot. That can be mighty painful if you've never had it happen to you.
You have a burn on it.
Yeah. So Myers will sit out.
Jackson is in the game, number 32 for Fairview.
Timbrook's going to take it, and he'll draw the foul. He was either going to get shot or he was going to get fouled.
Yeah.
There was no two ways about it. And that'll be number 3.
Jackson.
On Jackson. Team foul number 2. And it'll put Landon Turnbull at the line. Gets it.
Oh.
When bangs around, does not go down.
Here it comes.
All alone in the corner. Nice, a good look.
Riley Lucas.
It's a 3 ball, makes it 43-34, cuts the lead to 9.
And knew that as soon as he went in there.
Yep, offensive foul. So that's going to be the second on Turnbull. And team foul number 1 for the Aces in this second half.
You just got to keep your feet on the floor when you're driving.
And Michael Myers has recovered. And he comes back out onto the floor, and the Aces fans clap. And getting ready to check in Poulter for Fairview.
Zedike with the ball. Gives it off to Ripke. Backside. Singer.
Nope.
Singer.
Nope. And then
number 4 gets a foul.
Lucas.
That's her third.
That'll be on the floor, so Aces will get the ball out of bounds. 2:57 to go in the third quarter. Tunis.
Nope.
Air ball. Singer grabs the board. Ripke down at the other end. Back to Singer. Going to try an NBA 3. No good.
There have been so many traveling calls not called tonight.
Ripke with the steal. Nope. Put back. That was 35. Zedike. gets the hoop. Makes it 43-36. Timeout Aces. So it's been a little rough and rugged out there in this third quarter, Jim.
Yeah, a little loose.
As both coaches have
complained,
really been, jumping out of their chairs more than once. That they're saying that there's travel calls being missed, carried balls being missed, reach-ins being missed.
Well, they wanted the perfect game. You know how that goes.
So they'll clear the cheerleading squads off the floor on both ends, and the Aces will have the ball side court. Here comes Michael Myers. 2:10 left in the quarter.
Parker Thiel spins in the corner. Tunis.
Okay. That's 11 for Tunis, yep.
Singer drive the lane.
Gets the hoop and will draw the foul. That's Singer's first points of the night. That'll be the third personal on Turnbull. And team foul number 2 on the Aces, and Chase Singer at the line. Turnbull will come out. In comes Jake Miller, and Dylan Early will come in for Zach Brickle. And Chase Singer will be on the line to shoot 1. His team down by 8. Gets it. Team down by 7.
Nice.
And a travel. I think they whistled. Did they get Poulter for that one? I couldn't tell. It was either Poulter or it was Zedike, but one of them got the travel.
Jiminy,
that's going to be on Chase Singer.
That's a blast.
His second and team foul number 4. Minute 33 left in the quarter.
They'll have us at the line all the fourth quarter. Oh, it's going to be a 4-point chance.
And he is fouled.
He got drilled to the bench.
Oh, my goodness. Poulter picks up his second. That's team foul number 5 on the Apaches. Don't get to see this very often, but Michael Myers, chance to complete the 4-point play. He does. I have Michael Myers for 16 points unofficially. Singer. Oh, and he dials it up from long distance.
He's got 6.
Makes it a 10-point game, 52-42. Aces on top. Deal, who's been quiet from the scoring perspective so far in this second half.
Hang on, Travian.
Tunis loses it. And that'll be a foul on Theo, most likely.
That's second.
Yep. Theo's second personal. Team foul number 3 on the Aces. And again, that'll be on the floor.
Brickle into the game.
Parker Theo will step out.
Sitting down for 47 seconds.
Theo looks like he's been fighting a war out there.
Yeah.
Quick inbounds.
Holder. with the ball to Ripke. Over to Z-Dyke. Z-Dyke spins in the lane, misses the shot. Brickle gets the foul. Now Parker's got to come back in.
Brickle gets his second, and team foul number 4 for the Aces. 36.5 seconds, and Z-Dyke at the line. Gets that one. And they'll pull Jacob Miller out and put Parker Thiel back in. Z-Dyke hits them both.
Oh, now we're in the stall game.
Yep. Aces will hold it for the last shot again. Let's see if the Apaches will come out after them, or if they'll just wait till they get down to about 6 seconds and explode towards the hoop. Oh. They get it to Brickle, and Brickle draws the foul with 2.4 seconds. Ripke picks up his 3rd personal. Team foul number 6 on the Apaches. Zach Brickle is going to shoot 2. .52-44. Second shot. No good. Oh! And no whistle there. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Yeah,
it's 52-44, the end of the 3rd quarter. Hicksville leading.
Well, we've got what's going to probably be 8 minutes of rock'em sock'em basketball coming up to wrap this one up tonight. So we'll take the time here to say another huge thank you to our basketball broadcast underwriters. Community Memorial Hospital of Hicksville, Ohio, serving the healthcare needs of the Hicksville area for over 65 years. Inviting you to log on to their website, check out the many services they have available. Check out the fine physicians who provide services at Community Memorial Hospital, and see what you can do about you and your family developing a healthier lifestyle at www.cmhosp.com. And the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot. Great service departments. Make sure your car is all set for the cold driving months yet to come. And check out the complete dealer inventory anytime online 24/7 at jimschmidtauto.com. Community Memorial Hospital and the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, both right here in Hicksville, Ohio. We want to thank them so very much for their continued support of Aces Sports broadcasts here on Hicksville Community Television.
So we're rolling in the 4th period. This is my 12th of the day.
Oh, long shot, no good. Brickle grabs the board. He turns around, goes right back to the hoop, and draws the foul. That's true. You've had a marathon day today. 3 games.
Cade Polder picks up the foul.
Chris Warner and Jim Seiler get the Basketball Ironman Award today.
Oh, and Zach.
Score remains 52-44. There you go. Brickle pops the second one home.
Timbrook with the ball. Inside to Z-Dyke. Up and good.
Z-Dyke makes it 53-46. Here comes Michael Myers.
He's at the 9-point level.
Field travels. That's tough. And they're saying that he got hit, and that's the reason why he went sideways, but
Cade Polder with the ball. Z-Dyke drives right, comes back to middle. Out to Timbrook. To Frank.
And he travels.
Put it on your hip. It's gonna call you.
And now the Fairview coach is bending the officials here.
And he's running his mouth as he walks away.
Yep. Like I said, both officials, I don't know if you've noticed, Jim, but once they get done with that and they start heading to the other end of the floor, they always look back to see whether the coach is sitting down like they're supposed to or still standing. Or
another foul. Who gets this one? 5.
Number 5. That'll be
Frank's. His first.
Caleb Frank. Team foul number 8. The Aces in the bonus and getting closer to the double bonus.
That's one.
Field sinks that one. I got that as Parker's first point of the second half.
Yep. Yes, it was.
Gives him 11.
Timbrook from outside. And number 3 is on the back.
Yep. That'll be Ripke's
his fourth.
And they'll go down to the other end, and that'll be team foul number 9. So we'll shoot 1 and 1, and it looks like Singer's going to come in for Mr. Ripke. And also getting ready to check in Rakes.
Yep.
And Rakes is going to spell Timbrook.
Michael Myers.
Shooting 1 and 1. Gets the front end.
That's the one you need.
Makes it a 10-point lead again. This is that one, but
Brickle.
And he'll draw the foul.
For somebody that's not played in high school, he is playing well.
I think they're going to get Poulter. Nope, I take that back. It'll be number 5, Frank, getting his second. And double bonus now for the Aces, so they shoot 2 for the remaining 6 minutes and 35 seconds of this game. Missed that one.
That don't help.
Nope. They hit the free throws now, and everyone is like another nail in the coffin. Up by 10. Look at 11. Nope.
He jumped over the line. Damn it. Dang it. Sorry.
Six and a half to go.
Z-Dyke.
Ace is going to give a little pressure here.
Offensive
foul. That'll be number 3 on Frank.
He picks him up fast.
Change of possession on the offensive foul. They won't shoot free throws.
Did you see Michael smile when he got that charge?
Yep. There was no real doubt about it, too.
Yeah.
So Myers, he's going to.
And that's another one.
Yep. I think they're going to just.
Michael gets a foul.
Yep. So he'll get the offensive foul. That'll be team foul number 5 for the Aces. So they still have a foul to give before they send Fairview to the line.
So Z-Dyke and Cade Polder.
And
Polder loses it off his hand. This has not been a very well played game, even though it's been a
exciting.
Good game. Yeah,
it's been a fun and exciting game, but it has been a little ragged around the edges.
Oh, nice pass.
And then again,
they just handed it around.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you see a play like that after we say it's kind of ragged around the edges, and they pull out this great precision play.
There's another travel that they didn't call.
On Thiel.
Thiel has an arm clear up to his elbow.
And they're going to call Zedike for that. And that'll be his second. And Parker Thiel's going to go down the other end to shoot two. His team up by a dozen. Possession arrow favoring the Apaches right now. But Thiel's first one is good.
Him and Turnbull are the ones I want to see go to the line right now.
And Jackson getting ready to check back in. He's going to spell Poulter. Jackson coming in with 3 fouls. Tunis tried to slap that one away.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 2 shots for Ripke. Myers will pick up his third. That's team foul number 6. 2 shots for Cade Ripke. Nope.
The scorebook's a mess.
Ripke gets the second one.
You're going to have to give me extra time to do this.
Yeah. I think they had to sharpen a few pencils down at the big table up front, too. Whoa.
Oh, geez. That's not what you want to do.
Tunis with a let's see what happens type of shot.
Yeah. 35, Zedike.
Zedike picks up his third personal. So right now, the Apaches have Ripke with 4 fouls, 3 on Lucas, 3 on Frank, 3 on Jackson, 3 on Zedike. And Zach Brickle
gets 1.
Saved on the baseline.
Saved the ball.
And we still have 5 minutes to go.
Yeah. Bring it back. In the corner, bring it back.
Myers.
Nope.
Nope. Quickly down the floor, and that'll be out of bounds. And that should go to the Aces. I don't think anybody touched it.
Jackson was the rebounder and thrower.
Yeah. And he sails it into the courtside seats down there.
They have a foul, number 3. I think that's enough for him.
So Ripke is done. And he will foul out with 7 points at 4:22 left in the game. And they will bring back Luke Timbrook. And Ripke will set down. His night is done. Michael Myers at the line to shoot 2. Aces up by 13. But still too much time on the clock to send in some of the younger players against this Fairview team.
Oh, Michael missed that one. Michael says. Oh, don't worry, boys.
It's okay. We got it. We got this.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't got that one either. Baseline. Z-Dyke turns off the glass.
Yeah, nice shot.
Fairview timeout.
Yep. They're down by 11.
Every time they make a basket, now they'll call timeout.
They've got, well, they can do it 3 more times after this, so.
Yep.
They're in kind of a bad way. They need to get another foul to start being able to go to the free throw line. The Aces are in the double bonus, so every time they foul Hicksville, Hicksville gets 2 shots. And even if the Aces just hover right around 50% from the free throw line, that's going to make it tough to battle back into this game for the Apaches.
They need to keep him from fouling Brickle because he's having a bad percentage. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. And like I said,
4 of 10, 40%.
Yep. And right now, like I said, this Fairview team is just a bit too scrappy. I don't think that we're going to see the younger players coming in just yet.
No,
maybe when we're down to a minute or so, but right now they're going to be keeping their frontline guys out on the floor. Tunis, Thiel, Turnbull, Myers, and Early, which I think is the starting 5.
Yeah. They got Timbrook and Singer and Z-Dyke, and 32 is Jackson.
And Frank. Jackson behind the back dribble, stolen by Tunis.
That was cool.
You dribble it behind your back, and then it's not there. Now the Aces can really, if they want to, they can take their time and really run the offense.
Turnbull having an off night.
Jump ball. They'll stay with Fairview. That'll switch the possession arrow over to the Aces. So Fairview with the ball out of bounds on the baseline on the tie-up call. And
5-second count.
5 second, it'll turn it over. Aces will get the ball and the possession arrow. 60-49 Hicksville with 3:33 left in the contest.
Yo, behind the back or back, whatever, backhand pass.
Yeah. Off the hands of Tunis, out of bounds.
No, keep him off the floor.
Yeah, can't do the substitution just yet. Want to send Jackson back in, stolen away by Early.
Nice pass.
Oh, there we go.
Turnbull with 9. Tunis out to Turnbull, up to Dillon.
Nope, Early misses the layup.
Timbrook. Bingo.
There we go. Timbrook buries the 3 and another timeout on the floor from the Apaches.
Timbrook's got 11.
2:31 left in the contest. Aces up by 10. 62-52 after the 3-pointer. And again, timeout. The Apaches have 2 remaining.
Well, it seems like there's more people in here than there was earlier.
And like I said, tonight's the night of the big national championship football game. That tells you about what kind of a rivalry this is in high school basketball.
You're right.
There's a lot of people that are foregoing Clemson and Alabama tonight to watch the Apaches and the Aces. So here we go. Apaches break huddle first. Head coach Bodie Kaufman, still John with the officiating the officiating squad. That's what I'm trying to get out.
Yeah, it's crew. Okay.
Here we go. It'll
Turnbull to inbound it.
Aces ball.
Michael Meyer. I can't believe they haven't pressed. That time they were pressing earlier, they were getting things done.
And that's going to be
Z-Dyke.
Z-Dyke picking up his fourth. Maybe that's what they were worried about, Jim. If they put on the press, they might have too many guys fouling out.
Yeah.
But with 2 minutes to go, and you're down by 10. Down by 11.
Polder to Z-Dyke to Timbrook. Bring it around. Timbrook.
Nope.
Z-Dyke with the rebound.
And there's nowhere for him to go.
Corner Singer.
And that's going to be a whistle, and I think that might be Singer. We'll see. Maybe they're just going to say out of bounds. There's a lot of banging going around, so I think they're just going to call the ball out of bounds to the Apaches.
Timbrook. There's the ball to Polder. Back out to Singer. The rebound, Turnbull.
Turnbull's going to slow it down just a little bit.
Yep.
You're up by 11. There's a minute and a half to go. Take the air out a little bit. Let them come get you.
Watch behind you. That's away.
Turnbull. And he's going to be tripped.
And they want him called for traveling.
For the travel. Well, unfortunately, when the guy in the black jersey's got his leg out across your ankle, and that's what you fall over.
That's Timbrook's fifth. Or third.
Timbrook's third, yeah. So they're racking him up. 63-52. Landon Turnbull.
Man.
Off the back of the iron.
Turnbull's missed 2 tonight, and he's shooting 94%.
Gets that one. Been kind of a quiet night for Landon. He's only got, 10 points. Turnaround jumper is good. Poulter gets the bucket, and the Apaches will take another timeout.
Yes, they will.
1:03 left in the contest. And again, the Apaches close to within 10, 64-54. They have 1 timeout remaining after this. The Aces still have 3 that they can use. Quick 30-second timeout.
They hadn't better use any. Don't give them a chance to rest.
Nope. Like I said, I'd keep it up, keep ratcheting it up, keep them running. You can see a couple of the Fairview players are just about done. They are there's a couple of tired guys out there on the floor right now.
Yes. Nate Singer's really tired.
Yep. He's looking a little whipped around the edges, and I think maybe Frank is looking a little tired too.
Could be.
Turnbull. To Thiel.
Nice
to
pass.
Tunis. Oh, nice.
Tunis, we got about 15.
They're going to have a lot of aces and double figures here tonight.
Timbrook, no good.
Myers with
Myers
the board.
with the rebound.
35 seconds. Myers going to be fouled.
By Frank.
And Frank will pick up his fourth. 32.8 seconds. Ace is up by 12. Myers at the line. Hits it. Myers might be leading the pack tonight, scoring-wise. Gets both of them. 33 seconds left. Here we go.
Oh, we got 6 people on the floor.
You're right.
Oh, man.
All right, wow.
Good to shoot some technical.
Yep. There's nothing you can do about that when Coach Tony Tier's like, yep, you're good. You're right. No problem. Let him shoot.
Yeah.
Can't argue with 6 white jerseys.
Yep.
Singer.
You gotta count them 6.
Yeah, he gets them both. So he made a good choice to shoot the free throws, and it'll be Fairview's ball. 25 seconds left in the game. Down by a dozen. And get it into Singer.
Cade Polder.
He'll be fouled. And he shoots 3.
Why do you do that?
Early. That's number 8, and that'll be 3 shots, I believe, for Poulter. Yeah. Saved him from the 3-point field goal at least.
Yeah.
Yep. Poulter
And
misses the second
and
one.
the 2-point field goal.
Yeah. Now Travian Tunis will legally enter the game. And they'll put Jackson back on the floor for Fairview. And they'll also bring in Rakes. And it looks like Riley Lucas too.
The end of the bench at 20 seconds.
Now there's 6 Fairview players on the floor. So Coach Tony Tier's down there going, well, do we get to shoot some technical shots here? What's the deal? Misses all 3 of them.
Missed them all.
And we'll have a foul on Parker Thiel, committed by Rakes. Rakes is the only guy on the floor, I think, with only 1 personal foul. So with 15.9 seconds, Parker Thiel.
They're going to embarrass Hawkins by putting him in, or Haskins, or Hastings. It'll go
Parker Thiel. And they bring in number 15, Trayvon Hastings, with 15.9 seconds.
Got it.
Thiel. Did he get both of them?
Yep.
Long 3. Tunis with the rebound. Slapped away from him. Michael Myers say, come on. You want to take the ball? He's giving Singer a little how do you do. And afterwards, he pats him on the back saying, okay. And they smile at each other and shake hands.
What else can you do?
70-56, the final score, as the Aces remain unblemished on this basketball season. It doesn't count as a league win, but still, Aces remain undefeated. And so we'll try to do some quick additions here. I've got the Fairview Apaches, Jim, unofficially, if you want me to go ahead and you can finish working on it. All right, for the Apaches on the short end of the 70-56 score, Fairview wound up with 2 players in double figures tonight, numbers 25 and 35. Luke Timbrook had 2 twos, 2 threes, and a field goal and a free throw for 11 points this evening. And Russ Zedike with 4 field goals and 3 free throws for his 11. 3 Apaches with 8 points this evening. Cade Poulter had a couple of deuces and 4 free throws for 8. 8 points for Caleb Frank on 3 field goals and 2 free throws. And 8 points all in the second half for Chase Singer. Singer with a 3, a 2, and 3 free throws, including the technical shots, for his 8 points. 7 points for Cade Ripke tonight. He had 3 field goals and a free throw. And then a 3 for Riley Lucas for his 3 points. And there you have it, 56 for the Fairview Apaches, Jim.
Okay. We'll roll around. I got one more here.
And like I said, we've got several aces that are going to be in double figures here tonight.
Okay. For the Aces, it's Travian Tunis. He had 14 with 3 threes, a pair of deuces, and a free throw. Zach Brickle had a total of 6. 2, 4, 6,
yep.
And 6. Jacob Miller, 2 field goals, a free throw for 5. Michael Myers, he had 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yep.
19.
Parker Thiel right behind him.
Parker Thiel, he had 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then enough.
Yep, I've got that. That jives with me too. And
Turnbull, he was not on tonight very well. He had 4 field goals and 2 free throws for a total of 10.
Still managed to get himself into double figures.
Yeah,
so
the Aces were 18 of 32 at the free throw line, and Fairview was 14 of 19.
All right, so Fairview,
they actually shot better.
Yeah, they shot really well. They just didn't get to the free throw line nearly often enough. The Aces hanging just a little over 50%. And but then again, you know, 4 players in double figures tonight with 19, 16, 14, and 10 points. So
yeah,
that's going to be hard for anybody to overcome.
That really is.
So again, after tonight, you know, there's going to be a lot of players and a lot of coaches in the GMC sitting up and take notice, and it'll be interesting to see because they'll be trying different things every time they play and they'll be keeping track of what works and what doesn't. So it's not going to get any easier for the Aces, but boy, they can sure enjoy this one tonight.
Haven't seen anything that works yet, have you?
Nope. Like I said, their combination of speed, accuracy, quickness with their hands, and tenacity is going to make it tough for anybody to be able to match up with them.
Right.
When you have a guy that can dribble the ball up to you and then faster than you can snap your fingers can spin around you and be gone.
Yes.
You know, or even tonight, I mean, Travian Tunis, so the Fairview player dribbles behind his back, and as he dribbles behind his back, the ball's gone, and Travian Tunis is going the other way. I mean, those things are hard to overcome.
Yes.
And you can have height and so forth, but it's not going to be able to do you much good. So, like I said, as long as they keep their shooting percentage from the field, and they keep that free throw percentage up
Yes.
I'm sure they'd like to have it closer to 75% than 50%, but
Yeah, free throw percentage is, wow, yeah, where is it? 64.5.
okay. I'm sure
The-
they'd like to see that a little higher. But
The leading scorer on the team is Landon Turnbow with 150 points, and Parker Thiel has 141. They
well, that'll be the other way around then next week.
pretty close, yeah.
Because Landon will add 10, but Parker will add 16. So
Landon's hitting 94.7% the free throw line. So he's well up there, and 37.8% from 3-point.
Yep. Well, the Aces are back in action coming up on January 10th. It'll be a road game as they'll make the trip all the way over to Henry County to battle the Holgate Tigers. Then the Aces come back home. Our next Aces broadcast will be on, for the boys, will be on January 12th. It'll be non-conference once again as they host Hilltop. And then on January 17th, we go back into the GMC here at the Red Zone as the Aces will throw out the welcome mat for the Tenora Rams. So we'll look forward to that. And then for the girls, our next broadcast is actually going to be girls basketball. And that will be the Lady Aces entertaining Holgate coming up on January the 11th. And I don't know, we'll see. We might slip in a junior high game or two between now and then, but we'll see how things work out schedule-wise for that.
They'll have a whole week off after that.
Yeah, so anyhow, we want to say a big, huge thank you once again to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio, and to Community Memorial Hospital here in Hicksville, Ohio, underwriting our sports broadcasts and, again, making it possible for us to bring you Aces sports action here on Hicksville Community Television. We cannot thank them enough. Also, a big thank you to Mr. Overmeyer and Haught, ADs here, for always making us feel very welcome. And to you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the basketball coverage throughout the day here on HIX-TV. And with that, I think we can kind of draw things to a close. So for Chris Warner running the camera tonight, and for Jim Seiler calling the play-by-play, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television. One final time, final score tonight in the varsity contest. The Aces beat the Apaches 70-56, and with that, we'll say good night and good sports.